What's up, everybody? It's me again. I'm back. Yes, I'm back. As always, for yet another commentary, as you may guess from the appearance of Hammy over here. That's what I call him, Hammy. It's Thor the Dark World, the second Thor movie. Now, I gotta be honest. I love this movie. I absolutely do. I mean, I know it's the least favorite Thor movie. It's probably the least favorite MCU movie for everybody, but at least most people. But I don't know, man. There's something about this movie that really speaks to me. You know, I guess you can't say, well, yeah, the villain is probably one of the worst villains in the MCU so far, and some of the humor and the dialogue and the chemistry between Thor and Jane Foster, Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman doesn't really work. But I don't know. There's just something about the grand adventureness of and the whole open worldness of this movie that really draws me in. So, what can I do? Oh, and by the way, I kept my promise. Look, there's daylight. So, I'm just gonna click play on this here thing. By the way, little side note before we start. Did you guys know that this movie was supposed to be directed by Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman? Yep, there's a really bit of a long story. I'm not really sure I know all the moving parts in it, but basically Disney and Marvel brought Patty Jenkins to write and direct this movie. She had her own ideas, kind of clashed with what Disney wanted to do in this movie, and they ended up parting ways, and they brought another female director. I'm not sure, I can't remember her name right now, but they brought her. She kind of did her thing. The movie was what it was, and Patty Jenkins went on to eventually, several years down the line, she directed Wonder Woman, and we all know how that turned out to be. Arguably the best movie in the DCEU, so you could say that Marvel kind of that's the one area where Marvel kind of lost to DC. But I'm not really one of the guys who likes to make that bit of comparison. So that aside, let's watch the movie. Oh, by the way, this is the first movie where they changed the logo. And I love this logo! By the way, this was the first MCU movie I actually went to watch in a theater. And I remember sitting in a theater watching this magnificent logo when I was like, what? Where am I? What is this awesomeness? Finally, Marvel's getting their due. The respect they deserve. By the way, perfect opening for a movie like this. Just gotta mention.
Millennia ago, most ruthless of their kind, Malekith, sought to transform us.
Oh, look, it's Doctor Who.
Back into one of eternal night. Such evil was possible through the power of the ether, an ancient force.
I mean, I don't really know what people are. What are people's gripes on as far as the villain? Because I mean, Anthony Hopkins just pretty much told you everything you needed to know. And I love this scene. I love this opening scene of the battle. I mean, that's an Asgardian battle, not whatever it was in the first Thor. I mean, just look at this. That's epic. Two giant armies fighting each other to the death with mystical weapons and stuff. And they're using the power of this ether to turn themselves into monsters. I mean, how cool is that?
As the nine worlds converge searched above him, Malekith could at last unleash the ether.
By the way, the ether, as we already know by now, that's the another Infinity Stone. That's the Reality Stone, which kind of makes sense why it transforms these people into other beings, into something they're not.
The weapon from his grasp. Without it, the Dark Elves fell.
Again, I love this battle scene, however short it may be.
With the battle all but lost, Malekith sacrificed his own people in a desperate attempt to lay waste to Asgard's army.
Pretty bold decision, but still, you can see the idea behind it.
Malekith was vanquished, and the ether was no more. Also, we were led to believe.
By the way, this guy playing Boar,
Shall we destroy it? If only we could. But its power is too great. Bury it deep. Somewhere no one will ever find it.
I wish I could remember the name of this actor, but he was on Doctor Who as Vincent Van Gogh. Just saying. Thor, the Dark World. And also he was on the on Daredevil season 2 as the redhead guy who Punisher just shot him in the face. Oh, would you look at that? That was one of the moments when I sat in the theater and I was like, whoa, they're actually addressing the events that happened in the Avengers. I don't think you can make it any worse. But I like that Ray Russo got a little bit more to do in this movie.
Do you not truly feel the gravity of your crimes?
Nope.
Wherever you go, there is war, ruin, and death.
I went down to Midgard to rule the people of Earth as a benevolent god. Just like you.
We are not gods. We are born, we live, we die, just as humans do.
Give or take 5,000 years.
All
This
this
does kind of put a rest to the idea that they were actual
Here's my birthright.
gods.
your birthright
Was
was
to die!
as a child,
This explains why
cast out onto a frozen rock.
the Hulk can beat up a god, because they're not exactly gods.
You would not be here now to hate me.
If I'm for the act, then for mercy's sake, just swing it. It's not that I don't love our little talks, it's just
I don't like that.
I don't love them.
Frigga is the only reason you're still alive, and you will never see her again. You'll spend the rest of your days in the dungeon.
And what of Thor? You'll make that witless oaf king while I rot in chains.
Thor must strive to undo the damage you have done. He will bring order to the Nine Realms, and then, yes,
Eventually. Just wait until the next movie. Vanaheim! I also love this battle. I mean, the director, whoever she is, I'm sorry I forgot her name, but she can direct action. Especially when you have the disadvantage of having all this random CGI all over the place. Like this. You know, a lot of people kind of disrespect these kind of things, but you really have no idea how unbelievably difficult it is to direct a scene like this with all this CGI and stuff.
I've got this completely under control.
Not when everything's on fire.
It's a lot easier when it's just people running towards each other with swords. It's a lot harder when you have to work with all these energy beams flying around and explosions and, you know, backgrounds. It's a lot more difficult than people give it credit for.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Oh, there he goes. Now this guy is a Cronin, and he actually appeared in the first ever appearance of Thor in Journey into Mystery number 152, I think. The first ever threat that Thor has ever faced in the comics. So it makes sense to actually put him in this movie. And, of course, we see another Cronin in Thor Ragnarok. Korg.
I accept your surrender.
Boom! And also, I love the makeup on these guys. If it really is makeup, that is. Anyone else? Nope. I'm good. I'm good. Perhaps next time we should start with a big one. By the way, that is Zachary Levi. They changed the actor from Josh Dallas in a previous movie to this guy. And as you probably know by now, this guy is also going to be Shazam in the next DCEU movie after Aquaman. Just saying.
The piece is nearly won. Across the 9 realms.
I love Vanheim. Vanheim's beautiful.
Asgard can wait.
You have my thanks.
As you have mine.
Unfortunately, this guy didn't have much to do in this movie, but they brought him into a much bigger role in
Go when you're ready.
the next movie. Shazam! Speaking of which, the Rainbow Bridge again. And this is the money shot. Look at Asgard! Look, it looks so much better than the last movie. It's awesome! Seriously! It's beautiful! That's the tree that gets destroyed in Thor Ragnarok. Everything about this looks so much better. Even, finally, you can see the crow, Odin's special messenger, which we kind of saw glimpses of in the Avengers.
Vanaheim secure.
As I know in Heim and Rhyme, but I work with all more quickly with you before.
You must think I'm a piece of bread that needs to be buttered so heavily.
That was not my intent.
First time since Bifrost was destroyed, the 9 realms are at peace. They're well reminded of our strength, and you have earned their respect and my gratitude.
Thank you.
Nothing out of order except your confused and distracted heart.
This isn't about Jane Foster, Father.
Human lives are fleeting, they're nothing. You'd be better served by what lies in front of you.
I mean, Natalie Portman is Natalie Portman, but damn!
You're ready. Time has come to take the throne. Embrace and celebrate what you've won. Join your warriors. Eat and drink. Revel in their celebration. At least
I don't
pretend
remember
to enjoy it.
why Odin has that glove, but oh, well. Remember when I said this movie was directed by a woman? I'm just saying. But still, even if it wasn't, I mean, whoa. I saw this movie with my mom once, and when this scene came up, she was like, "Come on, come on!" And he's still mourning. Well, I don't know what it is to mourn, but you know, you can't see his And he's remembering the shenanigans he went through on Earth. Yeah, good talk, guys. Good talk. I'm gonna go moan for a while and
There was
brood.
a time when you would celebrate for weeks.
Yeah, it was a
I
time.
remember you celebrated the Battle of Harrigan. So much that you nearly started the second.
Well, the first was so much fun.
As Guardians always love to fight.
Take a drink with me. Surely the All-Father could have no further task for you tonight.
Well, this is what I said myself.
It does not go unnoticed that you disappear each night. There are 9 realms. The future King of Asgard must focus on more than one.
I thank you for your sword and for your counsel, good ladies.
Feels a lot more mature than in the first movie and in the Avengers. I've never been there. Just kidding. Hi.
Hi.
That has to be the worst date ever, by the way.
So what's the story with you?
Why is there have to be a story? This is a story.
There's always a story.
The first 10 minutes of our day, hiding behind a menu that has 3 choices on it. It's either chicken, vegetarian, or fish. And I think it's a story. And I'm thinking the story involves a guy
A god.
It's complicated.
Very good.
still around.
No, he went away.
I've been there. It's going away. It's hard. I was seeing a woman and she took a job in New York. And
You don't say.
killed it. And the fact that she kept sleeping with other dudes.
No.
Oh, so many.
At least Thor's, you know,
Could we get some wine, please?
loyal.
I'd love some. Richard, this is Darcy. What are you doing here?
Oh, hello.
Third
She also
wheel.
worked at the lab / your mom's house, fully expecting you to be moping around in your pajamas, eating ice cream, and obsessing about you know who. But you're not. You're wearing lady clothes. You haven't showered, didn't you? You smell good.
Is there a point to all this? There really needs to be a point to all this.
Right.
Otherwise, go away.
You know that scientific equipment you don't look at anymore? You might want to start looking
What happened to her?
Those are the reasons
When she
we're
decided to
going out.
stop with all this sciencey stuff.
That's what I said. That's what I did. You just something a little more scientific.
Nothing.
Doesn't look like nothing. Kind of looks like the readings that Eric was rambling about. Our friend Eric. Kind of want banana balls.
He's not interested. I'm not interested. It's time for you to go now.
Okay.
Chocolate sweet.
She needs help.
Seriously.
I think I'm gonna have the sea bass.
Seabass, 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 seabass.
Maybe you should stop saying sea bass and go on to your friend.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, I'll just stay here and say sea bass alone.
Yeah, I mean, you did came all the way to the diner. Might as well.
And I hate you.
What? I said it was you.
Just shut up and drive.
You didn't say the next one.
Who's he?
Here's my intern.
You have an intern?
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Dr. Foster. It's a great honour to be working with you.
Let's call it Eric.
Oh, take a right.
Who taught you how to drive? And then again, who am I to talk?
You're driving to London.
Hi, Eric. It's me. Again. Where are you? I came here because you said you were onto something and you vanished.
I'm here.
Yeah, he
to
was
discuss
onto
with
something.
What has been an interesting unfolding of events today. The police recorded shortly after 11 a.m. this morning after a seemingly harmless rambler approached the area. Then
Seemingly
decided to
harmless
get
rambler.
infected And effectively terrorized tourists there with scientific equipment while shouting that he was trying to save them. The man, later identified as noted astrophysicist Dr. Eric Selvig, has been called in
Americans.
Come on, this is exciting. Look, the intern is excited.
Here.
Do you want the phase meter? No. Bring the phase meter. The social looking thing.
I know what the phase meter is.
Okay.
How do I change the ringtone on this thing? An astrophysicist with 3 degrees should be able to change their own ringtone. Why are you calling me? You're washed out. The intern says it this way.
Ian, my name's Ian.
Someone got really bored and started playing with these containers.
I am not getting
Funny fact.
supposed to make them like us?
When me and my mom got out of the theater,
Are you the police?
and it was the first time we saw any movie in this new theater. Was new back in the day, and we didn't really know the way around, so we went through the exit, and it was just this long, empty, deserted ghost town corridor, and it looked really similar to this abandoned warehouse. So we were just two random people walking on our own in this seemingly harmless corridor. We started hearing certain voices and sounds behind us, and suddenly the trash can started moving all by itself, and it was like, okay, let's get out of here. So every time I rewatch this movie, it kind of reminds me of that.
Where'd it go?
Oh, I love this, the portal aspect of this. Whee! Whoop! Anyone who's ever played Portal will probably find it
That's incredible.
very interesting. That's pollution.
What happened? Sometimes
Did I do something wrong?
Sometimes I didn't. I want to throw something. Jane, give me your shoe. I haven't seen meetings like this since
Since you know.
Mexico. Don't touch anything.
And don't throw anything that might be important in there.
Give me your shoe.
Whee! Okay.
Are those the car keys?
I forget why these random portals started appearing in London, but I'm pretty sure they explain it later. Meep 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 meep. Yeah, again, really never a good sign. Oh, okay. Now, since we already know the ether is an infinity stone, then I gotta ask, is a liquid substance a stone? And again, you know, every substance in the universe has 3 primary modes, you know, liquid, gas, and solid, so I guess maybe the stone is the ether frozen solid. I guess the Infinity War is gonna explain away a reason for you know, extracting the stone out of the liquid material of the ether. Welcome to the universe, Miss Foster. Oh, sorry, I forgot I said that. Now, here's the thing. I wonder where's Thanos in all this. Because we already know he's around. We've seen him in Avengers. By this time, we didn't know he was looking for the Infinity Stones, but then again, it is Thanos. That literally is what he does. So if you see Thanos, you know the Infinity Stones are gonna appear. Actually, little side fact. They're actually called Infinity Gems in the comics. No idea why they changed it to Infinity Stones, but I guess it kind of sounds better cinematically or something. Christopher Eccleston is a magnificent actor, I just gotta say. He just got a really bad role in this. Oh look, he's entering the hall. Alright? A quick shot of Heimdall. And he walks in again, like he didn't even walk in at all. He did say he can see 10 trillion souls, not people. Which got a lot of people thinking that he's the one who actually has the soul stone. Could be on that armor piece on his chest. Or in his eyes. Because the eyes are orange, as you can see.
How is she? She's quite clever, your mortal. She doesn't know it yet, but she studies the convergence as well. Even...
Hold on. I can't see her.
Can't see her.
Yeah, she's drowning in a river of blood. Jesus moment. Yeah, we've all had that moment. Huh.
Where the hell were you? Tell me you didn't.
How long has it been?
What was I supposed to do? Not call the police? I was freaking out. You call the cops, they call the feds. Next thing you know, we have shields crawling all over Area 51 in this place. Jane, we had a stable gravitational anomaly. We had unimpeded
They're not
access.
getting wet.
Our only competition was 10 years old. Jane, you were gone for 5 hours. What?
Did any of you notice the rain? Any of you two? Seriously? Thank you. By the way, Thor can do that. He can control the weather sometimes. I mean, he can make thunder and lightning, but he can also, typical. He can make rainstorms and hurricanes when he wants to.
Sorry, I just needed to make sure you were real.
And you chose that way to do that? Smoked!
Where were you?
Where are you? Heimdall did not see you.
I was right here where you left me. I was waiting.
He left you on the other side of the planet, by the way.
I went out looking for you. You said you were coming back.
I know, but the Bifrost was destroyed. The Nine Realms erupted into chaos. Wars were raging, marauders were pillaging.
And my brother caused an invasion of New York, by the way.
Years ago. It's not terrible. I saw you on TV. You were in New York.
Jane, I fought to protect you from the dangers of my world, but I was
I gotta agree with some people now. Zero chemistry between these two guys. It just doesn't work.
Hey,
Feels a bit forced,
is that you?
come to think of it. Oh yeah, by the way. Zoop.
We're kind of in the middle of something here.
I'm pretty sure we are getting arrested.
Hold that thought.
Hi.
Look at you. So muscly and everything. How's faith?
Place is fine.
Excuse me.
You Jane Foster?
Yes.
You know this man?
He's my intern. My intern's intern.
This is private property and you're trespassing a lot of you. Come with me.
Spazucht! What was that?
You alright?
And he just ran out and touched her.
Hands on your head, step back.
This woman is unwell.
She's dangerous.
So am I.
Wanna see just how?
The guard wants officers to see.
Hold on to me.
What are you doing?
Shazam!
Holy shit!
He made a hole in the car.
We have to do that again. Hi.
Hello. The first mortal ever to visit Asgard, by the way. Well, first human, at least. Svartalfheim! Yeah, I can read, so what? I love they kept the star on his chest, because they changed his character so much, especially visually. It's nice to see they at least kept that bit of design. That guy has the most complicated name for an actor. Adanoli Akaneyagbaju or something like that. And he's also one of those few actors who appeared in Marvel and DC. He played Killer Croc in the Suicide Squad movie.
We do not know. But she will not survive the amount of energy surging within her.
She better.
That's a quantum field generator, isn't it?
It's a soul forge.
Does the soul forge transfer molecular energy from one place to another?
Yes.
My words have made noises to you that you ignore them completely.
She's ill.
She is mortal.
That's what people do.
I brought her here because we can help her.
She does not belong here in Asgard any more than a goat belongs at a banquet table.
Did he just... Who do you think you are?
Don't people eat goats at a banquet table?
Protector of the Nine Realms.
Oh yeah, that.
Well,
I know very well who you are.
you told your dad about me?
Well, duh.
Something's within her, Father. Something I have not seen.
Her world has its
He does have an all-seeing eye, by the way. They never mentioned it in the movie.
No, I have not.
Touch her.
Touch her.
And he goes and touches her again. I guess it only happens, once in a while. When the body feels threatened.
Defending.
It's defending itself.
Come with me.
And he doesn't view Thor and Odin as hostile threat?
What lies within her appears to be one of them.
This is a great scene, by the way. I'm just gonna shut up.
And not eternal. There is a dawn,
You can see all the
never does.
Infinity Stone stuff.
Before that dawn, the dark forces, dark elves, reigned absolute and unchallenged.
Born of eternal night, the dark elves come to steal away the light. stories Mother told them to us as children.
The leader Malekith made a weapon out of that darkness, and it was called the Ether. While the other relics often appear as stones, the Ether is fluid and ever-changing. It changes matter into dark matter. It seeks out host bodies, drawing strength from their life force. Malekith sought to use the Ether's power to return the universe to one of darkness. But
I can already guess how Thanos is going to use it.
my father Thor finally triumphed, ushering in a peace that lasted thousands of years.
What happened?
He killed them all.
Well, you said. And the ether was said to have been destroyed with them, and yet here it is.
It was buried.
The Dark Elves are dead.
Does your book happen to mention how to get it out of me?
No. It does not.
I love the fact that they're thousands of years old, but they still have all this advanced technology. It's how they were able to keep up with what happened all over the universe while they were sleeping. Now, call it what it is. It really is a great way to smuggle something in. To Asgard. Again, this is another case of a really good character in the comics that was kind of toned down for the sake of the movies. Malekith and Curse.
If they were beneath you, my rotund friend, they'd all be dead.
Because they never really checked the prisoners before they imprisoned them.
Odin continues
Oh, guess
to
who?
bring me new friends. How thoughtful.
The books I sent, do they not interest you?
Didn't he say
While away eternity
that she was...
reading.
he was never going to see her again?
To make you comfortable again.
Have you?
He didn't mention she can't come to visit.
Didn't share your concern. There's Thor. It must be so inconvenient them asking after me day and night.
You know full well it was your actions that brought you here.
My actions. I was merely giving truth to the lie that I've been fed my entire life, that I was born to be a king.
A king? A true king admits his faults. What of the lives you took on Earth?
A mere handful compared to the number that Odin has taken himself.
True.
Your father...
He's not my father! I love that. Yeah.
I'm not your mother.
Nope. No. Again, this is one of the reasons why Tom Hiddleston is such a great villain.
Always self-centered
And he's
about everyone but yourself.
also a very good anti-villain.
When you came for me, you knew I was in trouble.
I knew we lost sight of you. You were no longer on Earth.
How's that possible?
Asgard is beautiful.
The Nine Realms travel within Yggdrasil, orbiting Midgard much the way your planets orbit the sun. With every 5,000 years, the worlds align perfectly, and we call this the convergence. During this time, the borders between worlds become blurred. It's possible you found one of these points.
I guess it does happen in that universe, but not in ours.
We are lucky that it remained open. Once the worlds pass,
Then again, it happens once a millennia, so Who's ever alive to see that? Doesn't really do much of explaining in Thor Ragnarok.
My father doesn't know everything.
Don't let him hear you say that.
Isn't he the all-father? The all-seeing, all-knowing?
Asgard, my mother.
Yep, it's settled. Now he showed her to his father and his mother. Again, not searching the prisoners before they imprisoned them. Crush! And... something interesting. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Episodes! Again, this just shows you just how destructive the ether is. I mean, every time one of these movies introduces a new Infinity Stone, it has to show you that just how incredibly powerful it is, and the fact that it takes such an effort to get rid of one of those. So you gotta imagine, what is Thanos gonna do with 6 of these? You've already seen how powerful the Tesseract is. Now just look at how powerful the ether is. And remember, Thanos is gonna use that, this, and that, and that, and this. So... Nah, you're not worth it.
You might want to take the stairs to the left.
By the way.
Prison.
Loki.
Go. I will look after.
Oh, I love this, I love this. Whee! Did you see how his cape just casually came out of his back? La, 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 la. Whoa, now you're in for it.
No further harm will come to you. You have my word.
Okay.
Very well, you do not have my word.
Boom! Ew! Murder.
Squadrons with weapons vault. Defend it at all costs. Secure the dungeon. Rigger. Go! It's a skirmish. Nothing to fear.
You've never been a very good lawyer.
Take it to your chambers. I'll come to you within
Uh-oh.
Take care.
Despite all
The woman in the X.
my queen still worries over me.
It's only because I worry over you that you have survived.
I love the interactions between these two.
I need you to do everything I ask. No questions. Yes, ma'am.
Yep. You know, when the Queen of Asgard asks you to do something, you damn well do it. You know, for a guy that supposedly can see everything, Heimdall really doesn't see all that much. And by the way, he just ran out and completely left this giant-ass sword behind him. By the way, Idris Elba hated working on this movie, especially in this scene in particular. I mean, he just resented every single moment. Especially since he came back from playing Nelson Mandela literally the day before. Before he shot this scene. I mean, he didn't even want to come back to reprise his role in this movie. But still, it's an awesome action scene, right? Again, like I said, this woman knows how to direct some action. And she knows how to work with effects very well. Then again, that's not always up to her. Most of the time it's the effects team. But still. A lot of it is always on the director. Oops. So another reason why I like this movie so much is because it really shows you more on this world of Asgard. Just look at this. This is what I wanted to see in the first movie. This guy clearly lowered his trajectory, by the way. You can see that very clearly. I'll melt you. Take the stairs to the left. Smash! Oh yeah, he survived this, by the way. This literally reminds me of that trailer for Star Wars, The Old Republic, when the Sith ship crashes into the Jedi Temple. It was a distraction! Again, just like the trailer for the Old Republic thing. I like that implosion grenade. I love so much about this movie. Sleeve slash. And I'll just casually walk towards my prize. The throne. One looks a little different from the last movie. Wait. That's one way to insult a man's pride. Oh, remember, moron, you started half of this. Zish. Well, he was very useful. They destroyed my favorite chair! Doctor?
Stand down, creature.
may still survive this.
I have survived worse, woman.
Woman?
Who are you?
I am
Doctor Who?
Paladin, and I would have what is mine.
No. Renee Russo's a badass in this movie. She's got a light blade thing. Whoa. Ooh. That's cheating. So technically, I guess you could say he was bested by a woman.
You have
Just saying.
taken something, child. Give it back.
And it's an illusion. Because we know where Loki got his tricks from. Witch! But
Where is the ether?
couldn't he sense the ether a second ago? Or did he?
I believe you.
Shazam! You killed my mother! Bong! And they're long gone. There's... You know, the MCU has a thing about... You know, killing characters' mothers. Thor, Star-Lord, Iron Man. Well, technically Iron Man lost both his parents, but... You know, there really is an emphasis, you know, even in the Captain America movies, the emphasis is on him losing his mother. Not so much his father. Interesting. Betty Ross in The Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Can't believe I'm only noticing it just now. Oh, I love this. The little Vikings funeral. That's beautiful. I mean, you gotta hand it to the director. She had so much stuff to deal with. The funeral, the action, as I've mentioned, all the other moving parts. So I guess you can forgive her for maybe having a weak villain, I guess. Really, can you really be mad about this? And which is the edge of the waterfall, as tradition with Viking funerals, and you think it's gonna fall, but it's actually gonna float away, and our soul's gonna fade away into the stars. Now that is how a god should die. Not that I'm saying that gods should die, by the way, but godly funerals, you know. How do you even make a funeral for a god, by the way? Just look at this. Seriously. Don't tell me you're not moved a little bit by this. Oh, and this, especially. That's why I love that there's no dialogue in this scene, because you really don't need it. You understand exactly what's going on through his mind. That, you know, he caused this. He knows that his mother is now dead because of him. That was his biggest change in the MCU movies. Oh, watch this, watch this.
Thank you. And this is another world. Normally they're separate. But during the alignment,
everything is connected. All 9 realms.
Oh, it's all
All 9
connected.
realms are passing through each other, and gravity, light, and even matter is crashing from one world to the other. But if this happens to us now, the result will be cataclysmic. My gravimetric spikes can stabilize the focal point of the convergence. This time, the alignment and all the other worlds will just pass us by. It's beautiful. Simple. Any questions?
And guess who's sitting there?
Yeah.
Can I have my shoe back? Oh, I love Stanley so much. Oh yeah, guess what? That ship is still there. Ether nightmares. That effect looks terrible for some reason. The rest of the effects in the movie are awesome, and this, for some reason, just doesn't really look up to snuff.
Jane Foster,
Yes?
you need to come with us.
What happened?
Still unable to restore the palace shields. Our artillery cannot detect them. Even Heimdall cannot see them.
Why don't you do a Shazam and
King,
turn into a superhero or something?
defenseless.
She's your prisoner now? Leave us.
And he's gotta move through that? Just for show?
I do not wish to fight with you.
Nor I with you. I intend to pursue Malekith.
We possess the ether. Malekith will come to us.
Yes, and he will destroy us.
He will underestimate the power of these creatures.
No, I value our people's lives. I'll take Jade to the Dark World and draw the enemy away from Asgard. When Malekith pulls the ether from Jade, it will be exposed and vulnerable. And I will destroy it and him.
It's a terrible idea, by the way.
Fail. Risk this weapon falling into the hands of our enemies.
The risk is far greater if we do nothing. His ship could be over our heads right now. We'd never even know it.
It is.
When he comes, men will fall on 10,000 Asgardian blades.
And how many of our men will fall on theirs?
As many as are needed!
He really loves to yell in this room, doesn't he? The Odin sleep again.
We will fight! The last Asgardian breath. The last drop of Asgardian blood.
And how are you different from Malekith?
The difference, my son, is that I will win.
Seriously, what happened to Odin in this movie? He's very different from the first one. Somehow now Thor's the level-headed one, and
Jane isn't calling me back.
Odin's the
Eric
rash
isn't calling
one.
me back. Stupid Shield isn't calling me back.
You have Shield's phone.
Hey Eric, it's Darcy again. Thor came back. He took Jane to Asgard, and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do.
Something else went missing this week when astrophysicist Dr. Eric Selvig, notable for his involvement in the alien invasion of New York, streaked nude across
Darcy,
Stonehenge.
you really need to look at this.
Tourists
Look, your friend Eric, what was his last name again?
this road and began shouting at visitors to the historic site. He was later taken into police custody for psychiatric evaluation. Police are still refusing to confirm.
Guess who left his post?
Not in Odin's war council.
The Bifrost is closed by your father's orders. It's to come or to go. We face an enemy that is invisible even to me. What use?
At least he finally got the chance to take that stupid helmet off his head.
Malekith will return. You know this.
I love the helmet, but I wouldn't want to wear it all day.
I need your help.
Says who?
Here on this risk. There is no other way.
I wish we could spend a few more movies in Asgard. You know, it's a funny thing. The Thor movies really don't spend that long in Asgard. Even this. Wow, she's beautiful.
Is here. He can sense its power. If we do nothing, he will come for it again, but this time laying waste to all of Asgard. We must
Facing an enemy far too strong.
Bifrost has been shut down and the Tesseract locked away in a port.
There are other parts of Asgard. But he's known only to a few.
One, actually.
In particular.
No.
Yes.
After all this time, now you come to visit me. Why? Have you come to gloat?
So how long has he been in there?
No more illusions.
Fine. Clearly, Thor's learned to see through it.
Now you see me, brother.
Loki's illusions. He also does that in Ragnarok.
I did not come here to share our grief. Instead, I offer you the chance of a far richer sacrament.
Go on.
I know you seek vengeance as much as I do. You help me escape Asgard, and I will grant it to you. Vengeance. And afterward this cell.
You must
Be
be
truly desperate. Come to me for help.
What makes you think you can trust me?
I don't.
No one can.
Mother did.
True.
You should know that when we fought each other in the past, I did so with the glimmer of hope that my brother was still in there somewhere. That hope no longer exists to protect you. You betray me, and I will kill you.
When we start, he will betray you.
Of course you will.
Try.
This is so unlike you, brother. This is clandestine. Are you sure you wouldn't rather just punch your way out?
That's not his MO anymore.
You wish. I'm not even here. Isn't this better?
Got company at least.
Still, would anything else conspicuous? Brother, you look ravishing.
It will hurt no less when I kill you on this floor.
Very well. Perhaps you prefer one of your new companions, given that you seem to like them so much. Oh, this is much better. Whoa. That's a bit like so tight. With the confidence, you can feel the righteousness surging. Hey, you want to have a rousing discussion about truth, honor, patriotism? God bless them. What?
And that was a little bit of fun that
You could at least furnish me with a weapon.
Chris Evans
Something.
did them as a favor.
At last, little common sense.
That was you like, Tris.
But what then? Your lovely mortal is being guarded by a legion of Anhayama. We'll see you coming from miles away.
I won't be the one who comes for her.
I'm hungry. Good, let's go.
Still, you know, how often do you get a chance to eat godly food?
I like her.
What of the All Father?
It is my sworn duty to notify him of crimes against the throne.
You called me here in an urgent matter. What is it?
Treason, my lord.
Whose?
Mine.
My king, the mortal has been taken.
You know, technically, Odin was right. I mean, they did kind of fail in their mission.
It's ready, and I'll kill you.
It's good to see you too, Sif.
Assuming you can get Loki's help and you can free this mortal, what good would it do? We'll all be dead the minute we step one foot outside the palace.
That, my friend, is why we won't be leaving by foot.
I love the fact that they kind of treated this as a sort of
I'll give you as much time as I can. Thank you, my friend.
a team of specialists and a man with a plan kind of movie. Oh,
If you even think about betraying him,
You'll kill me.
Again, one of the many reasons I love this movie so much.
I thought you said you knew how to fly this thing.
I said how hard could it be?
And that's pretty much his mindset in Thor Ragnarok when he has to fly that other alien spaceship. Gizon!
Well, whatever you're doing, brother, I suggest you do it faster.
Shut up, Loki.
Must have missed something.
I didn't. I'm pressing every button on this thing.
Don't hit it, just press it gently.
I am pressing it gently. Stop fighting!
Pressing it gently! I'm surprised it actually took them too long. This long, too. Woo! Why didn't exactly they go after Thor and, you know, decided to tackle Volstagg all at the same time?
I think you missed a column. Shut up!
I'm surprised there were any columns left after they smashed them all in the entry. By the way, how is that building even standing?
I'm clearly the better pilot.
Alright. But out of the two of us, which one can actually fly?
I love this scene as well because it's, you know, sibling rivalry. That's always been the thing with Thor and Loki. No matter what, they're still brothers.
Jane.
I'm okay.
She will be. Splooshed!
Not gonna work.
Now they're following us.
That's the idea, dumbass.
Now they're firing at us.
Yeah, thank you for the commentary, Loki. It's not at all distracting.
Slash!
Well done. You just decapitated your grandfather. You know, this is wonderful. This is a tremendous...
Is this how those ships are supposed to fly? Vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, horizontal.
Flying around the city, smashing into everything in sight so everyone can see us. It's brilliant, Thor. It's truly brilliant.
Shut up! Whee! Land!
I see your time in the dungeons has made you no less graceful, Loki.
And they didn't even notice this huge cape falling from that thing.
Glad you're pleased. Now do as you promised. Take us to your secret pathway.
Oh, and if you betray him, he'll kill you. He hasn't said that yet. Splash on the camera. Again.
Admiral.
Right. For Asgard.
For Asgard. You. The thing is, they kind of set the Warriors 3 as these really powerful, badass warriors, and then in the third movie they were wasted in seconds. And very easily. But then again, they were fighting a very powerful adversary. Whoosh! So did he knew that that specific portal was going to lead there? Does he have the knowledge of secret portals to places all over the 9 realms? I love the shot of the profile, getting his good side and his bad side. Because actually in the comics he was actually, you know, a little bit more complicated than he had half white, half black, half red, half black, half white. You know, very unsure of himself. I love that they kind of toned it down in this movie, but kept the visual cue.
Say goodbye. Not this day. This day, the next 100 years is nothing. It's a heartbeat. You'll never be ready. The only woman whose love you prized will be snatched from you.
And will that satisfy you?
Satisfaction's not in my nature.
Surrender's not in mine.
Son of a Lynn.
No, not just devoted. You think you alone will love your mother? You had her tricks, but I had her trust.
Trust? Was that her last expression? Trust?
Yeah.
Will you let her die?
What help were you and yourself?
Who put me there?
Who put me there? You know damn well. You know damn well. She wanted to fight.
Again, I love this scene. Another really good scene of seeing these two brothers work out their problems.
Trust my rage.
You'll have to
Big
sign
red building.
your father's belongings, Mr. Zelnick. Oh, yeah. My father, Dr. Eric Zelnick. One man's leather wallet, brown. One key ring, 3 keys. Prescription medicine. Various.
Eric,
These. Yeah, those. Thank goodness.
Yep.
Eric,
Yes.
it's Darcy.
So good to see you.
I miss you too.
How did you find me?
I guess one does go mad
Okay,
when
time to go. Lots to do.
when he has a mind stone in his mind,
Figure it out.
and you know the things he's seen.
Not be left in charge of stuff like this.
And again, why didn't this happen to Hawkeye?
I'm Ian, by the way. Darcy's intern. Yeah, I don't get paid either. Are you alright?
I've heard it gone in my brain.
Dr. Selby, the gear is beeping at me.
It's happening. It's sooner than I calculated.
Wait, what's happening?
And
Birds are happening?
Starlings. It's called a murmuration. My daddy used to take me bird watching as a kid.
Eric?
oh yeah, did you ever see something like this?
Where'd they go?
Wait for it. Whoosh! The birds! Yeah, and the birds didn't mind. For them, it was like just basically like flying.
Why are you smiling?
There's nothing more reassuring than realizing that the world is crazier than you are.
Take me to James Lab.
No more medicine. Me, Thor, you, Jane.
Right, you ready?
I am. You know this plan of yours is going to get us killed.
Yep, that's part of the equation.
You still don't trust me, brother.
Would you?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
Steve. There goes the hammer. Seriously, was that slope that deep? Steep.
Didn't think I cared about Frida. About any of you.
Kick.
All I ever wanted was you and Odin dead at my feet.
And a slash! That is the second person to lose a hand in the MCU Phase 2.
And I bring you a gift.
Your
I ask
precious
only one
Ethan.
thing in return. A good seat from which to watch Asgard burn.
And he did help him. He led him to the shield generator thing. You burned my face!
Look at me.
Stupid god. I want you to look at me when I kill your girlfriend. Buzz, 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 buzz. Darkness. Ness. There goes the sun. There goes the sun. Doo 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 doo. My ether. Wabba! You got a fancy new costume back! Shazam! He toots! So, you think Loki betrayed him, but it was actually a bait and switch. And now you think Thor actually succeeded, and that was also a bait and switch. Did you really think you can destroy an Infinity Stone? No, I shall absorb the power. Now he really is all black. Come off! Kabif! Come off! Ah! So Loki did end up being a hero. And that was really the first his first transformation into a semi-good guy. After Frigga's death, boom! Chris is such a better antagonist in the comics, by the way. Just thought I'd mention that. No reason to move on. Wish! Ooh, that's a big rock. Zreek! Yeah, 'cause that'll help you. Skabing! Wow. That is one tough mother effer. Oh yeah, by the way, Loki knows how to fight. Very well. Especially when he's mad. When you killed his mother. Oof. Yeah, but then again, Thor did fight the Hulk. So, you know. Steve! Boy.
See you in hell, monster.
That was the clicking sound we heard. Melty, melty, melty. He never does. And they kind of did a callback to this scene in Thor Ragnarok, if you remember. That's Loki's favorite line that he said. And they even reused the music in that scene in Thor Ragnarok. Just like they reused the Captain America music when Loki turned himself into Steve Rogers a few minutes ago. Oh, and by the way, this is really the second time Loki's died, or was presumed dead. And he just left him there! Shouldn't he at least bring his body back to Asgard or something? Give him a proper burial like his mother? Or at very least, you know, make sure he's dead this time.
He's gonna unleash it. Not just on Asgard or on a star. Malekith is gonna destroy everything.
How? Jade, how?
I saw him on Earth. Why would he go to Earth?
The convergence.
God. None of this would have happened if I hadn't found the ether.
It would have happened either way.
Possessed it that much sooner.
I only found it because I was looking for you.
Technically, he only started looking for the ether because she touched it, so... Oh, she threw her phone in there as well?
Hello?
Oh.
Richard? Where are you?
I'm still in the office. It's been a crazy day here today.
Boy, this is amazing.
Is it? I quite enjoyed our lunch, despite never actually ordering anything.
We're getting service here.
Is this about time? You want me to try later?
No, please, whatever you do, do not hang up the phone.
Okay then. I was just wondering if you want to try again. Maybe dinner next time.
Who's Richard?
Yeah, I will.
Oh my god.
The keys!
Am I interrupting something?
That's why I thought that she threw the phone in there.
Oh, there's so many shoes in there.
Vandals. Thor in a car.
So who's Richard?
Really?
Jane! You can't just leave like that. The whole world is going
And he
crazy.
puts
All
that
the stuff you saw spreading. Hello, Barney. Eric?
Jane. Wonderful.
Why is he not wearing pants?
Where are your pants?
Oh, he says it helps him think.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need everything you got on this. All the work you've been doing on gravimetric anomalies, everything.
Okay.
Very well, Eric.
Your brother's not coming, is he?
No.
Loki is dead.
Oh, thank God.
Excuse me?
Sorry.
Thank you.
Now, speaking of Loki, so it kind of makes one wonder, did he really get stabbed?
Forgive me, my liege.
Or
I've returned from the dark world with news.
okay,
There's no sign of Thor. Or the weapon, but...
What?
We found a body.
Loki.
yeah, no.
Malekith is going to fire these.
So I got it. He made a fake spear
Find the weapon center.
to stab him.
Reach additional world.
Made everyone think he was stabbed as well. That's when he turned on the grenade thing.
Yes, with the alignment you don't
Clever plan.
temporary, you must be in exactly the right place at the right time.
Well, how do we know where that is?
We follow the directions.
Shows you that Thor's a lot smarter than people give him credit for.
The ancients were there to see it. All the great constructions. The Mayans, the Chinese, the Egyptians, they made use of the gravitational effects of the convergence.
And this is a map. Stonehenge.
Hmm.
There's no Great Ormer. These are all coordinates taking us here.
Greenwich? That's where Doctor Strange lives.
Will be
Or will live.
physics is going to go ballistic. Increases and decreases in gravity, spatial extrusions. The very fabric of reality is going to be torn apart.
The Reality Stone. What are we waiting for?
Use my pants.
Focus, this is important. We have to hammer them in all around the site.
I think that was an Easter egg, Greenwich, you know, where Doctor Strange lives,
Know what these things do?
years before the Doctor Strange movie.
Neither do I.
What? 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 Oh, it's another alien spaceship. The New Yorkers had that one as well. Remind me again, what's the idea of ramming your ship into everything? By the way, none of these ships ever seem to be getting hurt by, going through buildings and stuff. Well, okay, we need to get to here. I'll just go through all this stuff just to prove a point. Sauron! Whee! I love that they actually took the time to actually build an elevator on that thing. Yeesh. Now you know why they call them the Dark Elves. Right, so first an alien invasion, and then a hole in the sky. So it's just like the Avengers.
Not by your hand. Your universe was never meant to be. Your world and your family will be extinct.
They wish.
Running out of time.
There.
Sure this is going to work? These devices were made to detect them. Let's not cost them.
A little tweaking here and there.
Come on, Darcy.
What power? I thought you'd hit harder. Woog! Like this! Whoosh! Whee! Shazam! And there goes the convergence.
Convergence would be in full effect in 7 minutes.
That just means we have to keep Merrick busy for 8. You might want to hold on to something.
Fluch!
That is awesome! How do you do that?
Well, gravitational fields interact with the weak spots between worlds, creating
Oh, he gets it out of the sword!
They all have swords! Oops.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah, he learned that from Hawkeye. Shazoom! What?
What are you all doing? You need to get out of here! Now!
You're joking, right? That's Thor out there waving his hammer around and everything.
Yeah, I know him. Shazam! And that is why you should listen. Boomerang! Boom! Well, there goes the insurance on some of these cars. Whee! Oh, at least they're back. I also love this battle because it's very creative. Whee! Man, Mjolnir is fast. Yeah, I've seen that building, the Gherkin building or something. See, shwee! Weef!
Confirming ship is hostile. Confirm ship is hostile. You have permission to engage. Roger. Missiles locked. Missiles away.
And missiles miss.
I'm losing control. Mayday.
Woo. Oopsie.
What are you doing?
This thing was not connected.
Jotunheim. A Bildschneid. As Thor mentioned in the Avengers. Whoopsie. It's a floating car. Smash!
You alright?
You saved my life.
With a car.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Darcy?
Whoops.
Oh, here. Sylvie.
Meow meow. The underground. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Ooh. Oh, sorry. Wait, I'm such an idiot. Oh. Wait, Doctor Strange lives in Greenwich, in New York, not in London. Sorry. I'm such an idiot, and I'm so sorry it took me this long to notice this. Well, I've always known I'm an idiot, but I just noticed that one particular mistake. I'm getting bigger! That's Helheim, by the way. That's where Surtur lives. In Thor Ragnarok. Asgard.
Thor! We're too late.
It's never too late.
Those things stopping.
Not from here.
We can't get close enough.
You can't, but he can. Lots and lots of redness. Yes? I'm big now.
Darkness returns, Asgardian. Have you come to witness the end of your universe?
I've come to accept your surrender.
We've seen that in, the beginning of the movie. That's what he did to that Cronin. Then there goes the other one.
You think you can stop this? The ether cannot be destroyed.
It's like energy. Can be created or destroyed. Wait, how long has he been doing this? Pitouche! Huh. Now there's just the question of what to do with that alien spaceship. Yee-hee-hee. Better hurry. And it's gone now. Speaking of which,
Everybody okay?
Again, another clear case of fake death, but we'll let it slide. Oh, they made a mess of that city. Everywhere the Avengers go, they seem to be doing more harm than good, which kind of serves as the baseline for Civil War. Was it necessary to hear him chew? Seriously?
He's gonna come back. Except, last time he was gone for like 2 years.
Well, it's only been 2 days, so.
Technically it was 1 year because he was back in New York.
Yeah, he had to figure some stuff out with his father. He kind of committed treason
Yeah.
on our way out.
Gee, I love Asgard.
There would never be a wiser king than me. You were wrong. The alignment has brought all the realms together. Every one of them saw you offer your life to save them. What can Asgard offer its new king in return?
My life. Father, I cannot be king of Asgard. I will protect
Yet.
Asgard and all the realms with my last and every breath, but I cannot do so from that chair. Loki, for all his grave imbalance, understood rule as I know I never will. The brutality of the sacrifice, it changes you. I'd rather be a good man than a great king.
Is this my son I hear, or the woman he loves?
When you speak to, I never hear mother's voice. This is not for Jane, Father. She does not know what I came here to say. Now forbid me to see her or say she can rule at my side. It changes nothing.
One son who wanted the throne too much, another who would not take it. Is this my legacy?
Loki died with honor. I shall try to live the same. Is that not legacy enough?
Keep it. It's yours.
It belongs to you, if you are worthy of it.
And he couldn't really lift it because we know why. And he would
I
have
cannot give you my blessing,
given himself away.
nor can I wish you good fortune. If I were proud of the man my son had become, even that I could not say. It would speak only from my heart. Go, my son.
Thank you, Father.
No. Thank you. And that changes everything about this scene. That's why I love it so much. Ellen Taylor, I guess. That's her name. Kevin Feige, of course, obviously. Now, of course, there's two post-credit scenes in this movie, so we're just gonna casually wait for the first one. And I love that they used this little artwork thing to show you bits and pieces of the movie. Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Tom Hiddleston, Stellan Skarsgård, Idris Elba, Christopher Eccleston. Wow, they put him way in the back. Adwalia Kanoi Agabaje. Yeah, I got it right this time. Kat Dennings, Ray Stevenson, Zachary Levi, Shazam! Tadanobu Asano, Jamie Alexander, Chris O'Dowd, Alice Craig, who is she? And with Rene Russo, obviously, and Anthony Hopkins as Odin! Thor, the Dark World. By the way, oh, there it is. That's a giant butterfly. Tannelier Tivan, the Collector. All the nerds in the audience just went, what? Yeesh.
You know why we're here.
Of course. But if I may ask, why not keep it secure in your own vault?
The Tesseract is already on Asgard. It's not wise to keep two Infinity Stones so close together.
Boom! Infinity Stones!
Very wise. I can assure you, it will be absolutely safe in my collection.
The Collector's Collection.
See what it is.
And as we all said, 1 down, 5 to go. Actually, technically it's 2 down, 4 to go. But man, what a scene. I mean, we really hadn't had a scene like that in memory of Don Payne. Okay. Should have mentioned that, I guess. We really didn't have a scene in a while that, had this much shock value. We just, watched the scene and said, what? Maybe Infinity War is gonna have one. Oh, based on the Marvel comic book by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Jack Kirby. Yeah! Malekith was created by Walt Simonson. Always gotta remember to put these things in the credits. So yeah, Thor: The Dark World again, still one of my favorite movies. I don't know why people give it so much bad reputation. This movie's great. What do you think, Mew Mew? That's not his name. I call him Hammy, because he, you get the idea. So, hold on. A little over 4 minutes left. But then again, the second scene isn't really that crucial. Just like with the Iron Man 3 scene, so you could be forgiven if you'd like to skip that part, but I know I'm gonna stay, because that's what I do. I always watch movies all the way to the end, even when I happen to know for a fact that they don't have post-credit scene at the end. I'm just trying to make the transition a little more entertaining for you guys, even though I'm a pretty good fan of the music. It's getting really dark soon. Unfortunately, that means that if I choose to do another commentary right now, after this one, I'm gonna have to do it with the light on. Spin the hammer around, spin the hammer around. Ow. Well, at least, ow, I know my shoulder reflexes are working at full capacity. Ow. Wow, really not a lot of songs in this movie. Captain America march, obviously. 48,627. Yeah, I always look at these numbers, so what? In every movie I ever watch. Oh, by the way, here's a little fun fact about this scene. You can see it's Natalie Portman now, and she's running towards the window, but that's not Natalie Portman. That is Chris Hemsworth's wife, because Natalie Portman was not available that day, so they filmed it with his wife. That's why you don't see her from the front. And of course, there's the Bill Schneip running around. Somebody should really get on that, by the way. Thor will return. La, 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 la. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, even if you didn't enjoy the movie as much. I know I certainly did, but who am I to talk, right? So, once again, thanks, and goodbye!